Yeah.
I'm going to go on the screen, but the screen's going to be all over the shop because I don't know how to do that split screen thing that Pud's just explained to me. So we're tiny. We're super tiny. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Night Vape-Away. Please bear with us while I resize our faces.
What is going on?
I was smart enough to resize my Zoom screen, but then yeah. So hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Night Vape-Away. That's why I hope you enjoyed the lovely phones. The phone has been off the hook, hasn't it, boys?
That was the worst. Ever.
What?
It's ridiculous.
Why is Pud like uber tiny? What have you done?
I quite like, well, he is only little, isn't he?
Why am I small?
Let's get him smaller. How small can you get him?
It's like I'm a bit like, you know how they get, like, they've got the real news on and then they get someone else on to talk about something and just make them this little box at the side.
We could do that, like a reaction video. I could put you there, and I could just, you see, I'm just reacting to Pud. Let's watch Pud. What's he going to do? Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, he's gone. Complete. Oh, there he is. Look.
We're very sorry about the technical hiccups. I'm sure we're going to have more of them with this phone in, but hey ho. Hope everyone is doing all right in chat. I'm going to pass over to Matt while I figure this out, and Matt's going to tell everyone what he's vaping on.
What am I vaping on? I've got several things. I've got my boost because it's just literally attached to me. In that, I have got some fresh baked Breakcoat Sunset Boulevard of the Nick Salts variety. Sorry, I'll stop focusing. I can't be asked to hold it there any longer. Got my Q Pro. I'm in that. I don't know what I got in that. Oh, I got some Soda King Duos, which is black and grape of the 20mm variety. Very nice. I've got my Steam Grave on my edge. And I think I've got that Grave and black in that as well. Got my Purge Stampies with a Asgard with Ultim cap set. In that, I'm dripping some cider barrels, same as last week, and Prestige with Urban Avenue Fresh Vape Go again, but the bigger bottle. What are you vaping on, Pudley?
You're nearly as good as Deb's at that, Matt.
No, she.
Yeah, nearly. Not quite there, but getting there.
No.
I've
ordered her some string vests so she can just like breathe. I'm gonna get a sat next to like this. Get really excited of a pod.
I totally love this podcast. So tonight I am on the Old Faithful Swell with the recurve on top, as always, dripping some EVC Deadman's Arm into that at, I think that could be 0 milligrams actually, I don't know if I ever added Nick to it. As well as that, I have got the Steam Crave Glass Mini and the Rinko Manto X, the best dual battery 18650 ever released. And in that, I've got some unlimited salts, some 36 milligrams from Vapeheads. That fucking still now it is. If I forget and chain vape it too much, I get all the sweats and stuff. I've also got 2 4-year-olds upstairs, which is why it sounds like bombs are dropping. And I've got this new toy. You might have heard me speak last week. I think it was on here about my AVP dying. So I've got the Pro. Thank you very much to Steamworks for this. Yeah, I fucked it as soon as I got it though. Holy shit!
What, physically?
Yeah, the
flipped it right in and straight away.
Get it, MVP.
I totally forgot it was draw activated, so I put the first coil in. I was like, I wonder how tight that is. No fucking liquid in it. Probably the coil. Yeah, but that's pretty much me tonight. In that, I've got actually some greedy beer. Also for you guys. This stuff. This is a marshmallow. Yeah, fucking lush. Absolutely.
Enjoying that, yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Pod Salts marshmallow one that I did. But I think that could be above that. But yeah, that's me for tonight. So, guys.
Britney, bitch.
Britney, bitch. Woo!
Where do we fly into and when will we be landing?
I'm vaping on not a great deal, but I'm on the iJoy Maxo.
Your new hammer.
My new hammer. Pud's going to borrow it for his soundproofing soon, and I've got the Keys Alexander IDA on top of that. And inside there, I'm just got some of my Code Red. I'm also on the top side light with a profile 1.5 on top.
You and your fucking mess.
And I've got some Abiso Amigos lemon and lime inside there.
Ooh,
Very, very nice.
very nice.
Moving on swiftly. The Vaporesso PM80. Do you know what? This is the smallest 80 watt pod moddy jobby I've ever used. It is tiny. You put it up against even.
Wait, it looks tall. It looks small in your giant hands. But...
Yeah.
It's tiny. I mean, I don't know how it's. I mean, look, I know this isn't the best example, but there's an Aegis Solo, right? And that's 80 watts. I could do.
What was that other one you done? Is it not Vaporesso? The one with the I can't remember. It's like triangular in shape. If you look down on it, and it comes with a 510.
Oh, the Wismec R80. Yeah,
That's
that was
it.
massive. I mean, that takes a single battery, but that's massive, and that's 80 watts.
We had a customer bring one back in the shop because the fucking fire button just ceased to work on it after a day. Yeah, it's not pretty good, is it?
That's not good. Inside of that, I've got some Just Juice apple and pear
Ooh, nice.
on ice. Ice, baby. And lastly, on the UL Crown Pod Job.
Pod job, the king.
Poddy jobby. And inside that, I have some of this. Where is it? Where's it gone?
Thingy. Sorry, I haven't even looked at chat yet. Thought I'd have a look. See.
I've got some Black Label homebrew.
Nice.
Yeah, and that is what I've been vaping on. But who's got the Coronas? X1, if you've got the Coronas, I've definitely got it. Just putting it out there. I've definitely got it. I keep coughing. I haven't been well for a few weeks, really. I keep hiding, but it's not working.
Self-isolated. Have you self-isolated yourself in your garage?
In my man cave, mate. I'm hiding out here now.
In the flat cave.
I'm in the
The
Corona.
flat cave's all taped off from the doors. The doors are sealed.
I'm in the
Yeah.
Corona cave.
Mrs. Flatcap just passes him through cheeseburgers through the letterbox.
Yeah, I'm just gonna vlog it all live. I'm just gonna be like a survivor, just like Big Brother style. Have the cameras on all day and just
Does it look like
Three in the
Yeah,
back
yeah.
cave.
just fester in here for 2 weeks. Yeah. But I feel alright. I just got a bit of a dry cough.
the state of my nose that is red. So basically, I was awake yesterday. I got a bit of hot swath. Hit me on the nose, and I left it for a day. And I picked it just for the show, and it bled. Lovely. What a schoolboy.
Just let it bleed down your face as the show goes on.
It was one of those. It was quite a tall scab, and I could see it in the corner of my eye, doing my head in. I can see it now.
Yeah, we can see it. In
Yeah.
fact, that's all I can see, to be honest.
I know, yeah.
But that's Matty was saying that before we came live. Like anytime I record a video, I get a new spot. Last week it was like a recording button right fucking here.
I recorded the other day and I realised I had snot all down my shoulder, and I was like, oh, might have to redo that again then.
I've done that before with porridge as well.
Okay. Porridge.
Yeah, porridge.
Who's VWCJ?
That is where the toilet is.
Ah.
Directions to the toilet.
Virginia
Oh,
Water
he's changed
Closet.
the logo.
Yeah, he's got a new logo. He did a logo release, a little video. I don't know if
Oh
you
yeah,
saw
that
it.
reveal video.
The little
My
reveal
reaction
video.
to that will be out soon.
Yeah. It was very, very good. Everyone's changing their names and abbreviating them. What do you guys think about this?
I don't have to. I
mine
could
does-
eat anything.
Mine doesn't work like that. NGJALBV.
No, but I mean, if
Sounds like a march in the middle of Exeter.
if the word vaping is causing problems,
I just changed mine to
then would you just become nice guys?
Nah, nice guys, a little bit rapey.
Oh, Gaz has definitely got corona.
This cough's just come out of nowhere.
I think we should get him off the stream, to be honest, Matty, just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can transmit through microphones.
Mm.
Yeah.
Especially with your 500 meg, mate, it'll be here well quick.
I should have streamed in 1080p. Actually, I didn't even think about that.
Ooh,
We
you've
should
got
have
the
got-
capabilities to do that now. Nice. Of course you have, because
Got the bandwidth.
you have got the bandwidth.
Yeah.
Everybody's TV will turn off in the neighbourhood, but you could do it.
Mate, I get like 400 meg Wi-Fi in my bathroom. Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
So what's everybody been up to? We've had a bit of a quiet week on the old channel. We've been busy, I think.
I'm struggling to like chat in the group though because my phone's fucked, so I've hardly been able to speak to you guys all fucking week.
You fixed it now.
No, anytime I try and type, it starts pressing extra buttons for me. It's like wanks are dangerous because it'll jump onto another screen, it'll screenshot shit, it'll do all sorts of stuff. There's like absolutely no masturbating with my phone at the moment. It's so dangerous.
Oh,
Absolutely horrendous.
I'm amazed you don't have like. Because you're an iPhone guy, I thought you would have had like 9 other iPhones in your drawer.
Just in case.
No, I'm one of these kind of people that I'm permanently like skint. I'm not good with money, so anytime I get a new phone, the old one gets mazoomed.
Zuma, is that thing where you can just sell anything to them?
Yeah, I mean, the last iPhone I sold, I got like basically, you know how usually if you sell it on Facebook or whatever, you get a bit more than you would get on Mazuma and all this shit. I get pretty much the same, if not better price.
I once saw this. I think it was a weird video. You know when you're scrolling through YouTube in the middle of the night and you get to that zone and there's this guy had like a box of iPhones and I don't know where he was, Dubai or somewhere, and he was just you scan the phone and it'd like give you an offer.
Yeah,
You see that?
Yeah.
It'd give you an offer for the phone and just take it there and then, or what? It was mad, that was.
Yeah, you could put it in. So the little drawer came out. You put the phone in, and it could tell him what kind of condition it was in and stuff. Just let's scan it for scratches.
He had some crazy ass gold ones, didn't he? And it wasn't valuing them as they should have been, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
I didn't say, less hassle, isn't it? You just get rid of it. It's done.
So shall we say hello to chat?
Yeah.
All do we have in chat? So first up tonight was DE. How you doing, buddy? Then we have Manic Stereo and Vapes and Bakes. How you doing, Cakes? VWCJ, that water closet person who we don't know who it is. Scrolling down, we then have Jenny Sin. How you doing, Jenny?
Hey.
And the late night vape show. I'm getting there. I've got the Sheboygan. I'm over saying Sheboygan now. And now I'm doing it. Vaping Irish, you absolute fucking cunt.
You are going to get it now, Pud. You're going to get it.
I've been getting it for a while. Have you seen the chat tonight?
I've been chatting to you boys. I haven't actually read it yet.
Dion, Dan Barden, Michael Sherrington. Let's keep scrolling down a little bit. Kieran Sin and Mrs. Flatcap. How are you doing? She'll be loving quarantining you, mate. Get rid of you. Sheboygan Smooth Transitions Limited. Open the phones. Matt Chandler, Sparks and Fly, G. Jarry. Who have I missed?
Storm's in. Storm Weston. That's Shawnee.
How you doing, Shawnee? Vapor Bunny, Debbie Rudges, Vaping Pasty. How you doing, Don?
Hey, Pasty.
Oil UK, Beardy Vapes. Christ, we have got a lot. Trevor, and I think that might be about us. It's Baz. How you doing, Baz?
Did you catch Dark Trixie? Dark Trixie, I noticed subscribed earlier on, so thanks very much for that. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Hip Hop says, who's got Corona?
Yes.
Just back from the supermarket. Jesus, it is all rammed. I seen someone that stays just up the road from me earlier saying that it was like Christmas Eve at the supermarket today.
I thought it was going to be dead everywhere this weekend. I thought it would be dead. I thought everyone would just be hibernating, but no, everyone's panicking.
We went shopping earlier, and it surprised me because it wasn't actually that the shopping wasn't that full in the supermarket.
In Waitrose.
There was no like everything that's instant, like noodles, pot noodles. Everything's gone effectively. But then you go around the corner, and there's this mounds and mounds of baby food, and you think, are they just not going to feed their kids?
How you doing, Yuki Andy? Sloan as well.
Didn't make any sense.
Up in there, Ian Morgan. Yeah, see, I don't get the whole toilet paper thing. Like, if you weren't allowed to go out the house, you had nothing to wipe your ass with. Would you not just like put your butthole below a tap, like a bidet? I just have a DIY bidet on the go.
I've got a Pud Puffs t-shirt I could use.
Yeah, I got a Vape and Bakes one somewhere.
Yeah, but that's white, isn't it? That'd just be a mess.
That'd be alright, mate.
That'd be a mess.
Just give it a little wash in the sink afterwards.
Pud, you missed out Paul Anderson.
Paul, sorry buddy, how you doing?
I've come up with a plan tonight, by the way. When we do win what we weigh eventually, what we'll do is we'll just time Stuart out.
Yeah.
I'm winding you up, buddy. I'm only joking.
Stuart.
Gemma says people are getting arrested for attempted murder in our Sainsbury's.
I was there. I rang you, didn't I?
Oh yeah.
Mate, that there. After all that happened, it was in the news later. That he's getting done for attempted murder.
You rang me to do a poo. That was quite inconvenient.
You were having a poo, but who answers the phone to somebody in FaceTime while they're having a shit poo?
Well, I was past like the plop stage. You
Oh, yeah.
weren't going to hear any plops. I was basically sitting waiting to wipe my ass, so you weren't going to. No,
Hear
wasn't going to do that in front of you.
hear anything damaging, man?
I think I might X1 for coronavirus now. Actually,
It's been transmitted, mate, through the microphone.
What's wrong with my sound?
Sloan has said that she can't work out why people are stockpiling beans when there's a bog roll shortage.
But Pud, what's the latest with the coronas from your end, from the public health end of things?
So I've been off. I haven't been in work since Tuesday. But when I left work on Tuesday, the advice they were giving us was to swab anyone with cold and flu symptoms. My reply to that was, I've got 6 swabs and at least 15 patients in the department who I could identify as needing swabs. So yeah, we were not in a good place when I left the other day there, but I know there's some kind of plan ready and sitting, but I don't think it's been activated yet.
Can I ask something, Pud? I don't know if you know the answer, mate, but you know they're doing these swabs and they're testing for the coronas. Is it? I don't know how it works. How are they saying for sure it's definitely coronavirus and it's not the flu or the cold? Is there something particular?
Yeah, so the swabs are taken. The swabs go to microbiology. They look at them under a microscope, basically, and you can tell the difference when you look at the virus. You can tell it looks different to what like certain flus will be.
Okay.
It's the same way as identify different strains of flu, like A, B, C kind of thing. It's more or less the same there.
Under a microphone, the corona's flossing, isn't it?
Under a microphone.
Are you the coronas?
Yes, I am.
It's me. I feel like I should do a Chinese accent, but then I'm gonna get. It's gonna go really wrong if I try it. Yeah. So
Speaking of Chinese,
there is a let's not speak about Chinese. There is a plan though, and it looks as if it could be heading towards cancelling all elective surgeries and stuff. They're looking at expanding the hospital I'm in. They're looking at maybe 4 times the ITU beds that we currently have. They're going to try and make. So
You
wow.
get Chinese over here. That makes some hospitals for us pretty quick.
So they're expecting this to get a lot bigger than it is right now, then.
oh yeah, the plan at the moment is to try and delay it. So what the view of the UK government is that at the moment the hospitals are trying to deal with flu, winter viruses like norovirus and stuff like that. If they can contain it and delay it until maybe June or July, then it should be easier for the NHS to deal with.
Well, if they contain it for that,
Which-
I was to somebody earlier, they reckon if they contain it and get it out, and delay it till then, they're basically waiting and hoping it's going to mutate, aren't they? And then just
Basically, as far as I'm concerned, that plan is absolute bullshit. Summer for the NHS is at the moment no different to winter. You've still got people lying in corridors. It doesn't work like summer and winter anymore.
Isn't it down to the temperature, really, though?
No, it's just more that there's not as many viruses about. But summer for the hospitals is just as bad as winter nowadays. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. You'll still get bed waits, people waiting 24 hours for beds and shit like that. I don't think delaying it to summer is going to do that much, to be honest.
And speaking of weather, didn't we have the shoddiest winter ever?
Like the wettest February.
It was just.
Isn't it? You get old people that's like, I remember it was snowing and I had to tunnel my way out of the house and all this kind of shit. We just don't get anything like that anymore. It's pretty shitty.
Rubbish.
Like, you seen the snowman I made with Eva? That thing was fucking terrifying looking. Like, you can't even make a snowman nowadays.
I think that's user error, isn't it, Pud? I didn't see this snowman.
Well, there wasn't. I thought I'd sent it to you. There wasn't that much snow, so it was picking up a lot of mud. So he was kind of like brown and black and white.
A mud man. Right, guys, we are going to do a phone in. Yeah, we haven't done it before. We're basically going to. Very shortly we're going to open a little Skype chat room, and we will be inside that room. We'll let you know when it goes live. And if you feel like ringing up and just having a chat, you don't have to. You can do what you want. Come in and have a chat. Come and have a laugh. Come and ask us a question. A little shout out to someone. If you want to talk about something, then you're welcome to do that. Yeah, that's the idea. We'll see if it works.
I can't remember what it was. Was it £2.50 a minute?
Yeah.
Did you not put it up to 6?
We can do. I'll change it now. Gaz is in control.
So have we got that all sorted though? Do we know? Does it work?
Well, we kind of tested it the other day and it worked, didn't it?
Do I need to mute anything though? Or...
I think we'll be good.
When we got to mute
When we got
I
ourselves.
want to do it.
the Skype, not in the Skype, in the Zoom? Or
In
no?
the Zoom, possibly.
Possibly, we'll find out.
We might mute the Zoom.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an experiment.
Certainly, it looks as if it's coming. It's coming quickly. There's fuck all we can do about it. Let's hope we don't die. And the government's plan of let's do this kind of herd immunisation shit. That's worries me a wee bit, to be honest, because you're still going to have the mortality rate in all these people that you infect.
Wow.
That's
Scary.
yeah, it is a bit scary.
It is a little bit scary, isn't it?
Mrs. Flatcap won't mind me saying this, but she was panicking all week because there was talk that they were going to shut all the schools. So she's going, what am I going to do with the kids? I'm going to have the kids for like a good couple of weeks. What am I going to do? And then they haven't made that announcement. So she's going, well, why haven't they made that announcement? Are we having the kids? Are we not having the kids? So mothers across the country and potentially across the road must be freaking out because they can't.
Yeah, she's got a really good fucking point though. Like one of my mates was round earlier, and she's a social worker, and like at least 4 or 5 of the girls in her office rely on schools and after-school clubs to look after the kids until she gets home from work at 4 or 5.
Vapes and Bakes said that civil service are already ramping up to deal with it. So what are they doing? Digging more holes?
6-foot ones.
Don't you work for DEFRA? Work for DEFRA, didn't he? What's that to do with? Is that like?
There, Mrs. Flatcap. I just need to be prepared. I 100% agree.
I've got a feeling they're not going to close the schools till week on Monday, maybe.
I think
Make
the
an
chat
announcement
from
next week.
teachers up here is Friday.
Really?
I don't know.
They've all been told to prep, haven't they, for like school work, out of school or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the right word.
Like a lot of the universities and colleges will be able to handle that because a lot of the learning they do now is distant learning anyway. But like primary schools and that's going to be quite a challenge for them, I'd imagine. ABC, yeah, it's going to be Skype phone in, buddy.
Skype is snvalive@gmail.com.
Are you boys all ready then?
All I've got to do is put my headphones on.
All right, if you guys do that, I shall phone you both and we shall start the meeting.
Boop, boop, boop.
Ricky, bitch.
Oh, that's part.
Which one is it?
And they've cancelled the Paris Expo as well, haven't they?
Are they?
Yeah, Paris Expo.
Right.
Good afternoon. Right, we've got to mute ourselves in here, yeah?
So yeah, we can let chat tell us what it sounds like before we get too into it.
Hello, everyone. We are testing.
It sounds a little bit echo.
Testicles 1, 2, 3.
Testicles.
Turn it down a little bit. Everyone in chat, if you wouldn't mind, let us know if that crossover has worked.
Sounds a little bit. Sounds a little bit funny.
It does sound funny, doesn't it? But
It
then,
sounds funny, but I don't think we should play with it too much.
no, I'm leaving it for now. If anyone in chat would mind telling us.
Sounds good.
Oh, we got a confirmation there from Bunny. Hello, Bunny. Get any box?
Cool. Right, folks. If you would like to, and you have a Skype account, you can either go and set one up or not, then please feel free. Just to give us a call, just to say hello, do what you like, come and be an idiot. You can go on Skype, put in that email address, give us a bell, and you'll be speaking to us live on the show. People don't have to see your face, they'll just hear your wonderful voice. So, yeah.
What you wearing?
Oh, hello.
Saying to you, so I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, hello, and fuck you too, buddy.
Mute Pud would be great.
Well, I've just put the headphones on. Just someone did say it was a little bit echoey. But yeah, so Paris Expo has been cancelled. I've seen that on Facebook just before I came on.
When's that due? When was that due for? I mean, they've had a lot more cases as well, haven't they, than here? But
I don't. We have diagnosed a lot of cases in the past 24 hours. I'm sure it was like a couple of hundred.
It was on Thursday. It was like 460, and then like this morning when we woke up, it was like 800 and something in the UK. And the deaths doubled overnight, didn't it? So it was 10 to 21 or something like that. But they're estimating between 5,000 and 10,000 cases in the UK, aren't they? Really?
I don't know if I'm looking at the proper expo, but this one's not until October. I'd be a bit surprised if that's the one that I've seen's been cancelled. But I don't know.
Yeah, but that is the French, remember?
Yeah, they surrender quite early, don't they?
Yeah. We need 6 months to organise.
I must say though, I'm pretty sceptical as to whether UK Vape Expo will go ahead. It's good that they've at least put the status up saying at the moment, as far as they're concerned, it's still going and shit. But I think I'd be really surprised if it does.
Yeah, same here. I'm crossing my fingers though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want it to be cancelled, obviously, but I'm not very optimistic.
Yeah.
I think, I think May's a bit too close for it to be.
It is. I mean, it looks as if they're going to be banning mass gatherings over 500 or something like that. I think they've already done it in Scotland as well, but it doesn't. You don't know when to. That's the only thing.
Did you see that vaping PG kills the virus? There's a lot of history of PG that I've only recently become aware of, and they used to pump it into places to like kill off bacteria or dry it out or something. I don't know what the.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would be kind of skeptical about that, to be honest. Just like PG on its own, killing it.
You don't want to vape PG on its own anyway. Trust me. It's like.
Didn't somebody do a video about that?
It proper dries you out. Yeah, it's like waxy. It's horrible. Yeah, it's not nice.
That's just 100% throat hit, isn't it? Ugh.
One of the questions I did ask, someone had put something in Vic's group. I don't remember what it started off as, but I had basically commented, like, I wonder if vaping could help basically spread it, because in hospital, if you nebulise someone, it can make a lot of viruses airborne in droplets. So I thought, technically, could vaping do the same thing? But Public Health England have come out with a statement saying there's basically no evidence to link vaping to spread of flus or coronavirus or anything like that at all.
Surely it's as bad as breathing.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of moisture in that, isn't there, in vape?
There's a bit of moisture there. That's why I thought it might be a bit like nebulizing. Somebody can like bring it out more, but no, apparently that's not the case. But I mean, even at that, fuck me. Would you? Even if Expo goes ahead, I will not be sampling fucking anything.
You can use my drip tip.
Not that it's gonna like the likes of us. It's you know we're you know lean, fit, and healthy, but like people with like underlying conditions, just. You know,
I mean, I think like if you need an ITU admission with it, apparently the mortality rate goes up to something like 80%.
I was reading it. It's nasty, mate. It like just stops your organs and shit, doesn't it? Yeah.
Matt, have you not had problems? You not had problems with work yet? Then any problems with getting into work and stuff?
No, they've not. No, they've not.
Right?
They've closed the where I'm working at the moment. They've closed the Italian branch of the company I'm working for, but not the UK one yet.
But they're saying Spain's kind of growing quicker than anyone. The amount of cases they've got, they're all following a similar kind of trend.
D, oh hi D, by the way, thanks so much, buddy. Expo isn't getting cancelled because of coronavirus. They're just sick of catching the soul loams. Yeah, them soul loams were nasty.
I've got one of Brew's tips here. I've been sucking in Brew's tips for about a year now. I could take one of those little orange thing, and then I know it's mine. But,
just go around Expo one of those inflatable balls.
Yeah, like the boy in a bubble.
In a zorb, yeah.
But even
it'd be like the prisoner, wouldn't it?
Even with your own drip tip, though, I'd be still people breathe in, like, you know, into vapes before they inhale and all this kind of shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, there'd be no fucking purging.
Gail's son works for Jet 2 and his flight to Spain was turned around today.
Just turn around mid-air, weren't they?
Yeah. I did see a story about some people that flew with Ryanair over to Spain. Ryanair from Scotland, they flew them over to Spain, transferred them in a coach into the hotel, and once they got into the hotel, told them they'd be quarantined for 2 weeks. So Ryanair wouldn't help them get back to the airport or provide new flights. Their flights were still there, etc. So they had to pay, it was like $2,000 it cost them eventually to get home.
Wait, so where was that? New Zealand?
No, Spain.
Oh, okay, because my wife was saying earlier that I'm flying into New Zealand at the moment. You literally get 14-day quarantine as you come in.
Oh, Sloane's just said that Spain is locked down. My friend was saying earlier. Oh, they aren't even allowed to walk the dogs now.
Yeah, my neighbour's dad came back from the area yesterday, so they just made it back in time.
There's no way I could just stay in the house all day. I'm sorry, I'm not doing it. There's no way. I can just...
Your dad sells Avon.
Yeah,
I flight to Rome is cancelled.
Yeah, I'd hope fucking so. No disrespect, but yeah, you don't want to be going to Italy.
Yeah, we've got
or Spain or Tenerife. Fucking hell.
We're supposed to be going to Amsterdam in June with Jet 2, but if they successfully delay this, then that's going to be right in the fucking height of it. So I'm really kind of sceptical as to whether we'll get there.
At least now it's gone into this, you'll get your money back.
Yeah. The only thing, I mean, if it came to it, the flights were still going ahead and it was spreading like wildfire, I don't know if I would go, to be honest.
Scary.
Disinfected. So is anybody going to call us?
Mm.
Ooh.
A little bit of a Dettol bath. I've heard of this. Has anyone heard of this before? A Dettol bath.
I just don't know this. What?
Apparently, people have baths in Dettol as well. That's a thing. Like before all of this shit happened.
Is that like a thing, isn't it? People were like, yeah,
Yeah.
who are
They
so
have
like,
a bath.
Are they not worried about it getting in? I'd definitely get in. Like I'd cling film my knob before I got in, something like that. Honestly.
But even if you book in advance, sometimes you just need to take the hit. Yeah, that's it. Like we booked this long before all this stuff was happening. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's query not man-made, tinfoil hats on, and all that shit. What can you do?
yeah. I think we just have to accept it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
True Vaper, how you doing, buddy?
Chris, sorry, mate.
Dettol baths, dry your skin right out. Yeah, Sloan, I would never have one, but the missus said I should start having them.
Gaily, if you don't have Skype, you can set up a Skype account, and you just have to put in your email address and make a password, and that's about it. And then you just download the.
Takes
Takes a couple of minutes.
Super easy to set it up.
Yeah.
Just want to see True Vaper in there. It's is it 2 weeks tonight to the charity stream?
28th, yeah.
28.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks tonight, guys. 8 PM, I believe. True Vapers are doing a charity stream for mental health. Feel free to pop the link into the chat there, Chris. People.
And I think the clocks go forward. I think they go forward that week as well. So I think he's going to go until 10 in the morning now.
One cart full of Dettol in the bath, a very old tradition. Yes, I'm not the only one that's heard of it.
Yeah, the sales Avon, you're welcome to contact us via Morse code if you'd prefer.
Smoke signals.
Your missus wants you to have a Dettol bath after your trips to the drugstore. Oh man.
Has to go one step further. It's amazing.
Yeah, every time. Yeah, my mate's actually got that tattooed in his arse. The that's it was Avon. NHS gets lots of hate, but I think we're safer in NHS hands compared to a lot of other countries. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely we're safer than some of the other countries. But if you look at a lot of the African countries, they're getting very little cases. They're getting not a lot at all.
That's a lot of confidence from a NHS staff, folks. Yeah, you're a bit safer than perhaps in some.
Yeah,
you know,
to be honest, I don't have a lot of fucking faith in the NHS right now.
Yeah, you're safer than in a desert, perhaps.
Yeah, no, certainly.
No, I suppose the worst.
Hey,
thing
you're
could
coughing an awful lot there, Pud.
Yeah.
You're right. Isolation.
I'm definitely gonna have to self-isolate before Monday. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the NHS is prepared to handle it. To be brutally honest.
That's what the thing is. So if the NHS they're at the front line of this fucking thing, aren't they? Really? So if all of a sudden you got all the nurses, all the doctors have got to fucking self-isolate, it's just going to be fucking Kevin in the corner mopping, isn't there? Going, "Arr." So it's
Oh man.
I suppose it'll be bad if it happens all at once. If it happens all of a sudden, then the NHS is screwed. But if it's like a slow progression, then at least you can kind of, I don't know.
But is it true that if it gets worse, the NHS will start deciding who to save? It's a tough question. I don't know. It depends if it gets to that level, basically. If it were to initiate a major incident, then potentially. I'd like to think it wouldn't get that bad.
I don't think any country is prepared for a serious outbreak though. No country will just we've got 16 hospitals just empty just in case there's a virus that we need to deal with, and the staff are just sitting there waiting, being paid for. It's just not a real thing,
No.
I mean, we all know the NHS is kind of underfunded and understaffed and there's problems, but no country's prepared for this kind of outbreak. I mean, look at China. I mean, China have been amazing really because they built how many hospitals in a matter of a couple of weeks, and that they'd have to do that kind of thing over here, and they'd have to somehow staff it. But
that's what I was saying earlier. In China, I was talking to somebody earlier. They're saying that's what happened to the virus over there. It mutated and then moved on, like kind of thing. So it didn't have the same effect. So
we've got like the hybrid version of it, proper English version or Scottish.
triage you always decide to say, by the way, Irish is it's a bit like at the moment. Sometimes it's like that. Like you've got no beds in the department. Somebody needs to come in with something wrong with them. There's someone else who's got something else, and it's a bit kind of like top trumps for hospital beds. You know,
Mate,
so you can't really be doing that.
I can hear the duct tape in your room, mate. Your missus is fucking polythene in your fucking door into that office. Could hear it from here. No, you're not coming out.
It's stuck.
So, what's everyone's thoughts in chats? Are you worried about this, or are you just let's just get on with it, the proper British way? Just keep working, you know, keep living your life. Is it a big conspiracy? I really need to know what people's thoughts are on it, because yeah, I mean, I can feel the panic growing around me from people. But I'm just trying to be like, well, it is what it is. We just got to get on with it.
Yeah, there is a bit of that, isn't there? But it is worrying in.
I mean, Boris basically said, "Let's all go to the Winchester and have a pint." Kind of thing. It was.
Yeah, and sing Happy Birthday. What's all that about?
Let it blow over, like.
DE's made a good point there. What about my parents? Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing, isn't it? Is actually worrying about the older people in your family.
Yeah, it's not so much us; it's like the people around us that we can spread it to, and that. Aren't the NHS offering ex-medical staff to return? Apparently, that's in the think about doing that. I don't know if they've officially done it yet, but it is in the pipeline that may be something that they'll do. Gailey Bob says, "I have COPD and asthma. I am worried, but not hysterical. Just doing what we can. Never going out again." I'm not hysterical. I'm just never leaving the house ever again. Yeah, that's all you can do. Is
people with asthma, but especially with lung conditions, it is a bit of a worry, I'm afraid.
Pud, I hear it's best we all get coronavirus to get an immune system built up to fight it off, ready for when it comes back next year. Yeah. To a point, I would agree that you need some kind of exposure to build immunity. I don't know if I agree to the way the UK government is going to go about it, because, as I said earlier, a certain percentage of those people are going to die, and with the population of the UK, it could potentially lead to quite a lot of fucking deaths. That's it. That's the kind of payoff for that.
Has Colette had it? Have you, Colette, or?
Whether that maybe it does work, I'm not an expert on it by far, but it just kind of worries me a little bit that it's a bit of a gamble to take.
So the not so Slim Shady said earlier, we didn't think we read it out, that his fiance has been working in the labs that have been trying to make a cure for it and all that. It's just that Europe's the new epicenter. My fiance knows that she's testing all the people in the Royal Liverpool Hospital. There's a lot of speculation among the NHS staff. The Bojo the Clown hasn't got a clue. Yeah, well, I don't think anyone knows where this is going or how it's gonna.
No.
But yeah.
It's worrying, but bills need to be paid and mouths to feed. I'm the one who provides for my family. Yeah, I see. Like some of the mortgage companies are doing months where you're not going to have to pay and things like that. But I mean, you've still got other bills. You've still got council tax, fucking cars to run, car insurance, fucking mouths to feed, and all that kind of stuff. You know, it's more than just mortgage payment, really, isn't it? Getting to be for the corona doesn't scare me in the slightest. As I stay in a household with 3 young kids, I'm fucking terrified of the school shutting.
That's bad.
There was a wee bit of that with me as well. Like, it's all, if they close for 3 months and then it's the summer holidays as well, I'm going to be grey come fucking September.
Frontline.
I'm surprised nobody's going to fucking ring us.
So how does that work with you then, Pud? Obviously, if let's play a fun game here, and they tell people everyone's got to self-isolate, everyone's got to stay at home, you obviously will still have to go to work. Or how does that work?
Well, we're not actually sure yet. I was kind of asking that question to some of my colleagues earlier. Has anyone self-isolated yet? And I don't think we've had anyone do it, but I mean, if we've got the symptoms, we're going to have to self-isolate the same as everyone else. We're working with vulnerable people, older adults. The majority of the people we look after are fucking in their 70s and in their 80s, or if it's not that, then they've got some kind of other health conditions. So officially, I think we should be doing the same as everyone else pretty much. But then you have staffing issues in the hospital that you can cover a wee bit with agency and bank nurses and stuff like that. But then you start losing... With that, you start to lose the skill mix in the department, if you know what I mean. Like, people who have worked there for a while, know how everything runs, knows where everything is. If you're working in an entire ward or an entire department just with agency staff, it starts to become unsafe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as far as I can see, then I would say if I had the symptoms, I'd be looking to self-isolate as well.
I mean, by the
Yeah.
sounds of a lot of people in chat, have, there's it might not be themselves that've got health issues, but obviously loved ones and stuff like that, and that's probably what the big concern is for them. My family certainly there's concerns, and like saying everyone with young kids as well. Just seems to have hyped up the last like 2-3 days. It's really gone up a notch.
But then like, the World Health Organization have been telling us this for fucking ages.
I don't believe
You know,
it. I don't believe anything that comes out of the World Health Organization.
Well, I know, but I mean, they were probably quite right with this one, weren't they?
Yeah, probably are. Yeah.
If they close schools, how many nurses have young kids? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that was the big concern, wasn't it? If they close all the schools, then a lot of grandparents will have the kids, and then. Oh, but there's a lot of nonsense going on about it as well. You hear,
Yeah, but that
hard
doesn't
to-
help. All this Facebook shit doesn't help it. UK Andy's got COPD. He's going to be on lockdown as well. But they told us earlier that we might be working in full personal protective equipment for an entire 12.5-hour shift. Now we might be full PPE'd, which is going to be fucking torture.
Oh.
Like in training, half an hour in one of those suits, and you need out.
So what is that, like a proper paper suit, or what kind of?
I think at the moment the precautions we're supposed to take are a face-fitted mask. So I'm going to have to shave every day before work so that my mask fits.
Yeah.
We then have it's either a disposable surgical gown which covers everything, or all the paper suits, and I think we might have to wear eye shields as well, 2 pairs of gloves, fucking pretty much everything. No skin exposed, basically. I think is
So what kind of filter will they have on a fucking face-fitted mask?
Okay,
FFP3 masks they are.
Right. Okay. That's the same spec as you have to wear for asbestos particles.
Yeah, so they test us. They basically you get this thing. It's like a big minion suit.
Yeah.
And you put the helmet part on, and they spray. You put the mask on, and they spray stuff in. And it tastes disgusting. So they have to like, spray that in to see if they fit and all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
I'm slowly discovering that Big D is a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I've seen 3 videos of footage on Live Leak where large groups of citizens in China are protesting, saying it's all fake and cover up for something else. But what, D? Don't leave us in the darkness. What is it?
D check out Serpent ZA and ZA on YouTube, mate. If you're into all that kind of shit, he's this guy was staying in China and it's had to move out because of it. But there is a lot of stuff that China have covered up with it, like not tinfoil hat shit, you know. But there has been stuff that's been covered up.
Tinfoil hat time.
What concerns me is the lack of community support now. People are all out for themselves. It's the elderly and vulnerable who will pay the price. Yeah, that's exactly it. You've got fucking idiots buying 25 packets of fucking bog roll.
What people don't know is when I did my refurb in this room, I built a little bunker as well, and it's full of toilet roll.
You can't actually get into it for toilet roll.
That's what your wall insulation is, isn't it? Behind all your battens is toilet roll.
Darryl is saying they're keeping real numbers hidden. Yeah, there's a lot of chat that China are not being really honest with their numbers.
Do you read that, Gaz?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I'm trying to see what's going on.
Big D, there's no evidence that 5G is doing any of this, apparently. Although I have heard that theory that it's 5G that's causing it.
Right.
I expect. I haven't seen Mike for a while, actually.
That might have worked. We shall
Kieran's
see.
right, get those thumbs up.
To be fair, 5G frequency is bad, really. I mean, I've worked on the top of buildings where they got 4G amplifiers and stuff on them, and they have to be turned off all day. They'll just fry you if you're that close to them.
Stuart's saying he sent an invite, but no one's responded.
Gaz is just looking.
Oh, I took shopping up to my grandparents in Kinross on Thursday to make sure they would be sorted. I think that's what a lot of families are going to have to do, is like take shopping to their older relatives and stuff. But then not everyone's fucking got that.
And then still taking shopping to your older relatives, which are
Has anyone
at risk.
some mix?
Guess it's a safe room, enough food, water, and vape gear for 3 months. Yeah, I've probably not got enough liquid, but I haven't got enough water.
Does it not come out of taps around your way?
I haven't got it bottled up.
Oh, okay.
He's got fucking 20 bottles of cold
There's-
bread.
There's all this.
Pretty
I've
nice.
seen all. I've seen all this news feed on my Google news feed. It's like a lot of conference call companies like Skype and whatnot are starting to, or not like Zoom and stuff, starting to offer cheaper packages or something, aren't they, for people that are isolated and
Yeah.
want to talk to each other?
Yeah, and if you order food from Just Eat, then you can put an option for the if you have coronavirus for the delivery person not to like leave it outside your door or something.
Put it in a little box on your driveway, like on Stranger Things.
Push your burgers through the letterbox. Right.
Did you get that invite from Stuart?
So Stuart is I've added him on Skype.
So, just a very important point here, actually. Sloan Rangers says that Pornhub are offering free premium membership in Italy. What you can do is get a
VPN.
virtual private network.
VPN it, mate. Change your IP.
He's
That's
off to the
crazy.
well after the show to fill up on water supplies. DE's got a question there for the host. If you were to self-isolate and you could only have one juice with you to vape, what would it be?
Well, I'm not being funny. If I was self-isolated, it would have to be a very strong Nick Salt, and it wouldn't. You'd need something to. I'd need something to contain myself because I really can't sit still. I hate being in the same place for too long. I hate being confined. I don't know. You guys, let me think about this. It'd have to be a Nick Salt.
I think for me it would be Vapables Twisted. It's something like that, something nice and refreshing. Because I can use cakes and custards for so long, but then you get a bit sick of them and stuff. So, probably something like that, something nice.
Yeah.
As you say, I'd want some Nick Salts here as well.
Yeah, maybe have like a 6 milligram twisted.
Could do that. Actually, you could do that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is quite specific. How about you, Matt?
Sorry, what was that?
How about you?
What, for juice and stuff?
You're self-isolated. You can only have one juice.
One juice? Oh, it's got to be Urban Avenue Fresh Vape Co. Got to be.
What's that?
Oh,
What is it?
that one.
What is it? What does it taste like? Oh, is that the grape one? Or...
Blue Raz and Grape.
Hmm.
It's lush. It's literally one of my favourite juices. Oh. Yeah, it'd have to be that. It's expensive though, so I have to go and I'd only be able to get a few bottles, and I'd only be able to drip like twice a day.
Solomero for Gail. Solomero's beautiful. They stopped doing that though, didn't they? It was Chef's Flavours that used to make Solomero, and they've stopped doing the concentrate.
Oh, yeah. I suppose I'd go with Code Red, but yeah, it'd have to be 6. Or to be fair, I am really liking this Congo Bongo drip packs in a mouth to lung 16 milligram. That's quite nice now. That needed a little while though. Usually fruity flavors don't need long to steep, but that one, it needed a bit of time.
I think it depends on what fruit you're using, but yeah, you don't usually.
Yeah.
Oh, Gailey has some.
I mean, it's the same with. Sorry, carry on.
I was just going to read out these comment. I think with pneumonia, which comes with coronavirus, vaping is a big no-no. Anyway, my bad, stupid question. No, that was not a stupid question at all. Definitely not.
Leave the Congo Bongo 3 weeks. Is that Congo Bongo? That's the Nick Salts you got in it. That Congo Bongo, guys.
I should like Jenny's bottled sweat.
Oh, Manic, you leave Congo Bongo for 3 weeks. Yeah, I have noticed that because a lot of these fruity flavors are taken. You can, within a couple of days, 7 days maximum, they're good. But
Yeah.
I mean, like Code Red's one of them. I think it actually says on the side. Yeah, great as a shake and vape, but will deliver flavor will improve and develop in the 1 to 2 days following your mix. Give that a week and a half, and it is golden, like the colour of it. Although it looks a bit like urine, but that is absolutely spot on. So yeah, they're a bit wrong on the steeping times there.
I think you should steep any juice though, even if it says shake and bake. It's shake and bake. Fuck. That's vape and bakes. They're getting to me.
It's getting to it.
Any juice should be left for some amount of time. Even a couple of days. I don't think that's that much. I try and put stuff to the back of the cupboard and forget it's there.
Daryl's got a good point there, but he says if you get the virus, you won't be able to vape because it will be pretty, you know.
It's the pneumonia,
savage.
isn't it? It's the pneumonia. Yeah.
Mm. Drip packs is a big no-no on coils.
It does. It depends on the juice. It depends on the liquid. They're some of them, you know, the typical ones, the dessert flavors and the honeycomb latte they've done. Yeah, they're proper coil killers. But like this kind of stuff, Congo Bongo and the fruity mixes, they act just like any other fruity mix. You know.
You always expect those flavors to kill your coils a bit, though. You don't. I don't buy cakes and expect them not to be sweet. To be fair, you know, it's.
Well, I've been trying out these two from King Kong, and it's a key lime pie and an apple pie.
Ooh.
And to be fair, they're pretty decent. Glass bottles as well with the pipettes. Focus, not going to focus, but pretty good stuff. I found the apple pie was interesting because it has all the right flavors there, but I couldn't really say it's an apple pie. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's got pastry, cinnamon, apple. It's all there, but it's not that whole, you know. But it is. They are decent, but.
The guy that used to DIY my bathtub apple pie, I met him the other day there, and he no longer he just makes his own just for himself now. So he's given me the recipe.
Ooh.
He did. He's given me the recipe, so I need to get an order in the Vape-Away and mix it up.
Excellent. Is it quite anything spectacular in there you weren't expecting, or?
No, it's. I had tried to make something similar before, and I had added in some cinnamon and was it yellow cake, and I was spot on. That is some of the fucking ingredients that he uses. So he's going to send me the proper recipe over, and I'm going to make it up. I feel as if I should make a few litres of it.
So how did you get to that conversation? Because I remember we said about this before, and you were like, I don't think I can just ask him what's your recipe.
So he works at the local swimming pool. So I'd been in with the kids, and we'd come out and just getting Emily into a car seat and that. And he was sitting there and he was kind of talking to me. And I was like, "Do you still make juice?" And I think he thought at first I wanted to buy some off him. He's like, "Yeah, but I just make it for myself." I was like, "No, I just want the recipe, mate." So I'm gonna have to make it, and I'm gonna be really fucking pissed off if it's not as good as I remember it though. He used to steep it for he wouldn't give me the bottle for at least a week. He used to make it steep for at least a week, but then I would put it away as well, and it would go this kind of treacle colour, but it's fucking awesome.
He didn't
really
mix.
nice.
He didn't mix it in the swimming pool, did he?
When
it shuts he's there like that, staring at his juice.
Making it up. He wouldn't stay, he just swam about in it.
Every night he goes home, his missus is like, "You always smell of cinnamon. What's the matter with you?"
Give him a swift one at the wrist in the bathroom. Yeah, that's exactly how I got it.
Well, what do you reckon, Matty? Should we do a little game? It's nearly 10 o'clock.
What game are we going to do? We're going to do Where Were You Way?
Yeah, we'll do that. The idea, folks, is actually at some point we're going to try and include this call-in as part of the competition. So you're going to have to phone in order to win.
Yep.
Which Matty's called.
You say it, we send it.
Yeah, it's nice and original.
You say it, we send it.
Anyway,
So we're going to think of some fucking horrendous phrases for you to say, and if you don't say it, you don't win.
Let's play the theme tune.
I'm just.
Oh, but Pud's still in there. I'm gonna stop that. Pud's still in the window.
Oh, what's happening? I've just had a message from work that really distracted me because it was a video showing me how to put on a mask.
How to put on a mask?
That's Pud still in there.
Oh, why am I still here?
It's alright, you're gone now. And then we're gonna start it again.
You've got to weigh something. You've got to guess what it weighs. And if you get that weight right, then you can win what we weigh. Maggie's gonna weigh something. You've got to guess what it weighs. And if you get that weight right, then you can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh. Win what we weigh. You can win what we weigh with Maggie's game.
We're back, and we're back. Oh. Who else is dancing, Jack? Exactly. We were all having a little rave then, weren't we? Matty, what are we going to win?
What are we going to win? What are we going to win?
What you mean?
You're going to win exactly what I weigh. So this week we've got If anybody knows what that is.
A deck of cards.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
54 of them, including the fucking jacks. No, we've got an orchid pod.
Ooh.
Ooh, orchid pod, one pod in the box. Just to show you.
Power.
Yes, you've got a pod in a box. It's in there somewhere.
10 stone 4.
So this has actually got exactly the same chipset in it. Just working out which way around it goes. As the Purge Ally.
Lovely.
They're nice little devices.
Oh, Skint Vaper, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Skint
How you doing,
Vaper,
Skint?
folks, go and check out Skint Vaper. He's a new reviewer, and his name is what he says he's trying to do. He's trying to do stuff, budget-friendly stuff, little hacks and stuff. Go give him a subscribe. Go watch out. He's only come out recently. He put out quite a nice little introduction video. His story. I quite enjoyed watching that actually. So yeah, best of luck to Skint Vaper, folks. Go over and give him a sub.
I've noticed him around. I'm going to go have a little look-see then, I suppose.
Oh, is that
Go
Puff
down
straight
low and
in
have a
there?
little see.
Go have a
Down
little
low and have a
look-see.
little look-see. So yeah, we got one of these, and I'm going to chuck in 2 bottles of this Diamond Drip. We've got the classic. Oh, wrong way around. We've got the classics, which is Red Blood, which I presume is pretty similar to
Coronavirus.
what- Yeah. And then we got some fizzy lemonade. So I'm going to weigh this. Tear the scales.
Oh, what?
Has anybody timed Stuart out or?
What is?
Right, there we go. Send to you boys. Just like that.
That's chickens. My phone is still not behaving itself. So this week I am not going to say how much it weighs on the camera before you all guess.
No, don't say that. So I'm going to give you all a little clue. I'm going to say it's between, I don't know, 300 and 600. That's fair.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Stuart.
Guys are typing in.
Stuart sent me stuff.
So everybody start getting your guesses in as ever this week's giveaway, or we're not allowed to call it that, whatever this week's thing was, it was brought to you by Vape-Heads with 3seeds.co.uk. Big love to them. I'm going to put their link.
Thank you very much, Vape-Heads.
I probably shouldn't put the link in chat, actually. That's
No.
probably a bad idea.
No.
Oh, I'm supposed to be watching for people getting...
Yeah, I'm just.
I forget what it is.
I instantly forget what it is.
Every time.
We're
There we
close
go.
already.
We are close already. Ooh. Mike's going to win something. You've got to get some big wins.
Goes fast, doesn't it?
Hi, Bon
Does.
Jovi. I've been too busy looking at the names. Sheboygan.
Marcus, how you doing? Marcus Lee Crota. The lurkers are here. The quiet ones.
I've
It's 22 hours. I really want to see someone who's not Stuart winning. As much as I love you, Stuart, we need someone else.
Yeah.
Either Stuart. Both Stuarts seem to win, don't they?
Oh, did you get it there? Did we get it? No, we didn't. So
No.
I thought someone had it there. The wrong number in my head.
Oh,
Right.
better than last week, was it? Last week it was like the third guess was right. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
that,
that
that
game
was 2 weeks in a row. It was really quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We
Oh.
can't be. Went quick
Bloody
there.
hell, I'm going to slow this down.
Hello.
You alright, the boys?
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I just saw your show on the old YouTube going live, popping off, yeah?
That's
I
right.
just thought, you know what? Give you boys a call. So what you saying, the boys?
We're good, mate. I'm going to try and add you into our main call.
Got ya?
Hold on 1 second. Because I think this has gone skew with.
Hello?
Hello, you in? We're in.
Yep.
Sorry,
What's going
buddy.
on? Jeez.
Who's speaking?
Yo, my name's James.
James, how you doing?
Yo, James.
What you saying, lads? You good?
We're good. Yeah, very well.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Where you boys all from?
Will UK, mate.
I can't hear anyone in Skype.
Yeah, I got that. Like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm from the UK too.
gone
I'm saying,
deaf on
like, you know,
Skype.
you sound like maybe, I don't know, from the south somewhere, something like that.
Yeah, I'm Buckinghamshire, mate.
Yeah, I'm from. Can you hear me, mate? I'm from Devon.
Devon, yeah.
Yeah. Happy Valleys.
Pud, are you not in?
Never been to any of these places, you know.
Okay. What are you vaping on, buddy?
What am I vaping on? Do you know,
Yeah.
you know, just whatever you get from the co-op
So,
and that,
can't
you know
hear
what I mean?
anyone.
I'm new to this game.
Can you hear me right now?
Can you hear Pudley?
What?
Can you hear Pud?
Yeah. I heard someone say what you vaping on.
So, you been watching the show then? Did you been watching before? I don't recognise you.
I just clocked it now, and I was like, "Is this what the big boys be vaping on?" Do you know what I mean? The big players and that.
I don't know about being big players, buddy.
I see the clouds, my boy. Do you know what I mean? I see the clouds on the horizon. I'm like, these boys, they know they're vaping there, you know, lad.
Well, I think between us, what haven't we been vaping between us boys? Probably got to be 10, 15 years between us.
Yeah,
all
between
three of
us, yeah.
Yeah, I've been vaping 5, 6 years. So what, have you quit smoking then and you're on vaping, or you just got into vaping, or what have you been doing?
Do you know what? I'm in and out, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm in and out. Like I try and stay away from it, but it keeps calling me back. You get me?
Yeah.
I was doing it back.
Right.
You know.
Sorry, we got a winner. Sorry, mate. 1 second. We got a winner. That is Mr. Anderson again.
Paul Anderson, well done, buddy.
Mr. Anderson. Sorry, buddy. If you don't know what's going on, I weigh something and they try and guess the weight.
Paul
Oh,
Anderson,
no, I can hear.
well done, mate.
Huh? All got it.
460. Paul, if you can email us at snvalive@gmail.com and
He's
let us know your name and address.
bear with me 1 second. Sorry.
So I went totally deaf there and then realised you're on a different call.
Yeah, sorry. I tried to add this chap to our call, but it
Yeah,
didn't
he
work.
won. Sorry, I just had to check. He won last week. He won the amulet watch and some juice. So I haven't sent that yet because it's still on the desk, but I'll send it over.
Oh, rigged. Sheboygan's saying it's rigged. So you in and out of smoking and vaping then? What's been the problem? You just, you know.
Not the smoking. Do you know, just make. I ain't smoked for years. Listen, boys, right? I'm not trying to come in here. Do you know what I mean? Like being like the big man, but like I knew about this vaping back when they were called E-lights. You get me? Do you know what I mean? You used to buy them from Morrison's. People would say like, "Oh, you're downloading your fags there, pal," because you'd have it plugged into the USB on your computer, mate. You know what I mean? I know about this
Yeah.
game back then. You get me? But obviously, like, do you know what it is? Like I because I'm a Muslim and that, right? I have to fast during Ramadan. You get me? And you know, like you can't vape during them hours, so I try and stay away from it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But obviously, the nicotine, do you know what I mean, it calls me back. So
Yeah, that must be hard. That must be hard during Ramadan and that. Yeah.
I didn't realise that even vaping was you couldn't vape during Ramadan. I know you couldn't eat and drink and stuff, but
no eating, no drinking, no vaping. You can't even swear. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You got to stay away from all things that, basically, things for pleasure. If you know what I mean, you can't touch your wife. In that way, you can't touch someone else's wife in that way. Do you know what I mean? Anything that you might enjoy.
I think that's probably, is that why shisha has been a big thing for a lot of the Muslim community, a lot of people, because for that reason. Because I know a lot of I have Muslim friends that love a bit of shisha.
The thing is like for us, like we're not allowed to do drugs. You know, like we're not allowed to take whatever weird drugs people are taking these days. We can't drink, and you know you can kind of smoke, but cigarettes definitely frowned upon. So a lot of the lads, you know, because they don't want to go to the nightclub, right? Because there's drinking and you know what the women dress like. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously for us guys, that's a big temptation. So it's like, you know, you go to a shisha lounge and like you can go for a night out, but you're not being around people who are drunk, or you're not tempted to drink yourself. So I think that's a big part of why.
Yeah.
Let's go for
not in the cattle markets, as it were.
And
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah.
it kind of depends what time of the year it falls as well, because sometimes you've got longer days as well. Like some of the guys at work I speak to, like, depends when it falls, like how hard it is for them, kind of thing.
Oh, big time, mate. Big time.
Like obviously, if it's like earlier in the summer, the days are longer. You've got that, a lot longer that you're gonna have to go without being able to eat, without being able to drink or get that nicotine and stuff.
Yeah, I think we're looking at about 18 hours this year.
That's severe, isn't it?
That's crazy.
I mean, it's not a huge community like where I am in Scotland, so I'm not that exposed to it. But I can imagine, like, if you're like a diabetic or something like that as well. But
Oh, you know what? If you like that, like certain people, they don't have to do it. So if it's going to make you sick, you don't do it. If it was going to do you any harm, you wouldn't do it. So it just depends on who you are. Let me ask you boys something though. Like, listen, right? Because like, what is it that makes you so enthusiastic about vaping? Like, why is it that it's driven you guys to make it kind of like a lifestyle type thing?
Good question.
For me, it's the only thing that ever kept me off cigarettes. And I suppose it's a bit like preaching for me. It's like, I know it works. It works well. It's like the best way of stopping smoking. So for me, that's like what kind of got me into it, was try to encourage people to try the same. And I'm not going to say for a minute that it's going to work for everybody. It's there's always that somebody it doesn't work for, but for me, even now, it's still keeping me off cigarettes. I still will openly say I've got a nicotine addiction. I went to work last week and forgot to take a pod or a mod with me, and the entire day I was, I struggled through the day because of just not having that. So I mean, something like Ramadan, like the whole fasting and that, I would really struggle with that. To be fair, that's what keeps me going.
The thing that gets you in Ramadan, like, that's kind of the last thing on your mind, in the sense that once you haven't had a glass of water for like 10 hours, that's
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's the thing that's happening.
Yeah, your priorities are going to change.
So I thought you were allowed to drink water in Ramadan. I thought that was the only thing you're allowed to do, really. No?
Nah, no water, no food during daylight hours. No food, no water, no nothing. The only thing you can do is, like, when we pray, you wash your mouth out with water a little bit, but you're not allowed to drink it. You can just kind of like swill it around your mouth and get like if you got a dry mouth or whatever.
Fair play to you. It's a hell of a commitment, isn't it?
I mean, that takes dedication. You think people kind of, for Lent, they give up chocolate or they give up one thing and they struggle, whereas you're having to give up everything every day for daylight hours. Yeah, that's hardcore. That's hardcore. Yeah.
Do you know what it comes down to? I guess it's the thing is, like, if you're from an outsider perspective, right, and you don't believe in God, right, or maybe you do, maybe you don't, I don't know, but like, if you believe that, like, God says do this or don't do that, then you kind of just go, well, if I actually believe he's real, right, probably best to just do what he says. Do you know what I mean? It's like for us, God says don't eat bacon, right? Now, I've spent years trying to get my head around, like, why is it right? Why is it wrong? Why is that an issue? Do you know what I mean? It's just a bit of meat. What makes it different to any other meat? It's not just bacon. We can't eat loads of different types of meat, but that's the main one that people eat here, right? Why can't we eat it? Well, if
it's not just bacon, though, is it? It's pork. It's pork in as its entirety, isn't it?
It's pork and any animal that eats another animal. So it might sound a bit mad, but like certain parts of the world eat like crocodiles, snakes, things like that. You can't eat any of that either. Insects, not allowed to eat insects.
So it's a bit more complicated than you might think, then, really, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Fair play.
There's loads of rules for us. Do you know what I mean? It's but here's the thing for you boys. Like, I'm obviously none of you's a Muslim. Like, how do you find it? Like, as British lads dealing with the fact that people like me becoming a much larger part of UK society.
For me, it's certainly not. It's not. So I'll let you guys answer as well. I'm just going to jump to it again. But I mean, for me, it's the world's huge. It's diverse. I'm very much a kind of open-minded person when it comes to things like this, and certainly from my point of view, in terms of the whole immigration kind of thing as a whole, like this whole Arab Britain and all this shit. For me personally, if it wasn't for like immigration and stuff like that, personally, the NHS I work in would be on its fucking arse. That's my view on it. I won't get too fucking into it all, but I'd probably be called a left-wing bastard.
Now, I tell you what the thing is, there's always, no matter what country you go into, right? You go to any country, and if you are of a different religion or a different culture, and you go into another country, there are always going to be people that are going to be like, I don't agree with that. I don't want that in here. It's not our country. It's not this. It's not that. That. And unfortunately, people have got to accept that. If I go to any other country, I have to accept there are people like that. But fortunately, there are a lot of people who are more open-minded and are accepting of all religions, all colours, all creeds, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, you have to take the rough with the smooth. Personally, I've got friends from all different backgrounds. I know people from all different walks of life, and I have no problem with anyone. But unfortunately, there are those types of people. It's just one of those things. And I know at times, you know, the Muslim community can get it pretty hard, especially with, things like let's not beat around the bush, the terrorism thing. So I know you guys get it hard when it's a hard thing for you guys to have to deal with, and you get, the finger gets pointed at you guys a lot when it's not, it's one of those unfortunate things. But not everyone believes all the nonsense we hear in the media, especially when it comes to vaping, all the nonsense that comes out of the media to do with vaping. It's the same kind of thing. So
yeah, media just blows things out of proportion, doesn't it? Really, it's just.
I don't think I realised how bad the media was until I started vaping. I think that's what really opened my eyes to the media, was seeing all the shit that was coming out in papers and Facebook posts and all that kind of stuff. That's what really kind of switched me on to just how bad the media was.
Yeah.
You know what it is, though, boys, right? Like, I'm like, listen, it's great that, like, lads like you, are open to it and whatnot, do you know what I mean? And all the rest of it, right? But I don't know, I just find it mad for myself because, like, see here right now, like, with the way society's set up and stuff, it's like, there are things that are part of this multicultural sort of stuff that all get banded in together when really, like, they don't actually line up that well. So, for example, if you spoke to me or my family, particularly the older generations, but even the younger generations in my family, about some of the values that get pushed in schools nowadays with regards to diversity, we might all be on board, in my community with the let's be nice to Muslim side of it, but we might not be so on board with the, gender stuff that they teach nowadays and things like that. Do you know what I mean? So I think there's fault lines there. Do you know what I mean? That it seems difficult to cross, and I always I feel a bit like I don't have a problem with being a bit of an outsider, because I think traditionally this is a Christian Western country or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's not for me to come here and start dictating the rules, but when you get so many different groups together, right? Things can get a bit mad because different groups have got different objectives and different values. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. And you hit a point there, which is probably especially of the last couple of years, gender. To be honest with you, I don't really want to go about talking about gender on the show, because people's how they feel they are and what they aren't, and is a very, very touchy subject, especially in the UK. And obviously, when you put gender against people's beliefs, then you're in a really tough place, mate. I'm sure you're aware of that.
I think that's why we have so many fucking debates on it, because there is always going to be issue regardless. It'd be quite unrealistic for anyone to think we can all hold hands and be fucking, all as one kind of thing. That's quite unrealistic as well, because exactly what you're saying, like, there is going to be things that don't marry up with certain people's beliefs and all that kind of stuff. So there's always going to be that little rift there, or there's always going to be a certain issue comes up somewhere, and that's why we still have debate. It's not straightforward at all.
Well, listen, buddy, thanks so much for joining us. I've got someone else trying to get in, I think. I don't want to... But
I got you, mate. I got you.
Really appreciate you calling in, mate. You've had some bottle to ring up, actually, because you've actually been our first caller, so thanks. Really appreciate it, mate. And
just for calling in, buddy.
All right, take it easy, sir.
All the best, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Cheers.
Fuck knows what's happening in chat. Salford Vaper, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Gailey's been hidden now.
I got totally mixed up there because I'd lost what chat you guys were in.
I think
Totally
we're in
threw
call
me
2
off.
called Jazzy. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, well, no, it was nice of the lad to phone up. I haven't seen him in chat before.
Do you know what? We didn't ask his name. What's your name? Where do you come from?
No, I don't think he was too keen to give us, but there's not a problem with that. Not a
No,
problem
and he
with
makes some good points as well.
Yeah.
Mark Chandler, how you doing?
that. Yeah, there's a couple of people who've jumped in and chat. Hi, everyone.
So I think I don't know. I think Shawnee might be ringing in a minute. I don't know.
Sean, yeah, what he just sent me a picture message. He just pulled his mic cable and the plug fell off, so I don't know. He's got a few technical issues of his own there. Matty, should we do our little mini unboxings we're going to do?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Should I do mine first?
Oh yeah. Hang on. 1 second. I just got to move some. I'm just going to move the prize over there. Are we going to move cameras and stuff? Hang on. I can't
No,
hear
I'm
now.
not. I'm just gonna. Oh, while he's faffing around, Matt. He's meant to be organised for this show. I got given something. Actually, I did a trade. I did a trade with Rog Vapes.
Yeah.
Will you shut up, Matt? I'm talking.
I've got to put that with Paul's pile over there.
Are you done?
Yeah, sorry, I was just putting that over
I-
how are we doing this? Are we going down low?
Well, I was just going to do it at face value. I did a trade off with Roger Vapes probably about 6 months ago. I sent him a recurve dual, and he sent me this bad boy, and it stayed in the box this whole time. So what I thought I'd do is I'll just unbox it and do a little out the box jobby and give it a vape and see what it's like. But I don't know about you, Matt. What have you got?
I've got this little Afeng system, little single 18650 pod.
Cool.
I don't know how long they've been out, but I've got one.
I literally have not even looked at this, so I'm not even. I know it's been out for a while. Oh, nice.
Mine's all
All
wrapped.
brand spanking new.
Mine's got Corona in it.
So, in this hell beast is a 24mm hybrid tank, and I love the drip tip on this thing. And someone in chat will tell me what coils it also takes. There's a little adapter I think that comes with it, and it takes different coils.
I think you can get the key up at the North coils in. Oh, that's a Spire coils you can put in that with the
it's a
adapter or something
Spire.
like that.
I think it's yeah, Aspire. Mrs. Flatcap has just messaged me going, make sure you anti-back that tank. I've had it. It's UK. I've had it for a long time.
So yeah, the virus will not survive in anything being posted from China as well. Just to clear that one up.
Why?
It won't survive the conditions. It won't live long enough, apparently.
Ah.
Right. So to fill it, you got a little push slidey jobby there. I'm sorry about my zoom in problems. Push the slide there. 810 drip tip at the top.
That drip tip's nice, isn't it?
It is nice. Look. Oh, elbow my computer. It looks like mini cornflakes.
So, Go for Vape did that, and it worked really well because they didn't do that silly red colour below it. That's,
So, in the pack, you get a 0.2 ohm mesh coil. 0.2. And in this peripheral pouch, I love that word, Jay Hayes.
what
Shout out to,
peripheral pouch.
that's a shout out to Jay Hayes, that is. In the peripheral pouch, you get another 0.2 ohm coil. So that was a waste of my life. Moving on in this lovely packaging, you get another peripheral pouch with O-rings, a funny looking drip tip, which I assume is like the mouth to lung style drippy tippy. Which isn't focusing. But then there is also this. Oh, it takes the Vaporous GT coils. Thank you very much, Mark.
I think there's a few different. There's a few different like I don't know what you call them like.
So I believe this adapter.
That's it.
This adapter will take. I think it's some of the Aspire coils.
Yeah, that's some kind of Nautilus ones as well or something?
Is it Nautilus or the? I'm gonna find. I've got some Cleto coils here. See if that'll work. I don't know. Has anyone in chat said what coils it takes? It probably says on the back here.
Nautilus BBC coils, that's what it is. Ian above the
Nautilus.
clouds.
Compatible with Smock Baby Beast coils, Vaporflow GT, and Nautilus V2 coils. In brackets, these coils are not included. Right.
You're not even. So that's fresh out of the box. You've not even tried. Have you ever tried one before, the Hellbeast?
I haven't tried one before. Like I say, I did a trade with Rog Vapes. I sent him a recurve jewel. He sent me this Hellbeast. Very kind. It also comes with a spare Pyrex glass. So you don't have to have this cloudy one. I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm going to juice up this coil. And I'll let it soak for a minute. I'll fill up the tank and we'll give it a little vape.
Ooh. I'll show off mine.
Smooth as pudding, this is.
Smooth.
Give this a little...
It looks quite nice. It's got in the box. In the box. Got a lovely little pod.
Mm.
In CJ lipstick red. Got a little coil, which is 0.6, best at 15 to 25 watts. Underneath, bit of plastic. We've got a USB-C type charging cable. And as this is a single battery device, so it's not as bad as it for charging. Got a couple of little O-rings.
Ooh.
And
Rings.
your usual quality control bullshit.
Your usual quality control.
Quality control bollocks. Printed.
Safety shot.
Manual. Another one. How to put your coils in, and remember to keep your receipt. It says. Let's have a little fucking look then. I'm gonna fill it with some.
What is it, guys? Can I just remind you, this is a salt-free zone. Any saltiness, go and do it somewhere else.
Right, I love it.
I've
This is
juiced
my
up that
favourite.
coil.
Oh,
Oh, you're midden.
little hard on there.
Thank you, Debs.
That's it.
I'm filling up with juice. Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice actually. We've got a coil in there, so you get a spare coil, and it looks like there's a coil pre-installed. So I'm gonna give that a little
Nice.
prime quickly, real quick.
So I was supposed to, I did get a package and was supposed to leave it to open, but then fuck that shit. So
You got
Prime that
excited.
quickly. It's got
this
adjust.
is my new one.
Ooh. This has got adjustable airflow on the bottom of. I don't know what coils you can get for it. I'll have a look, but is that push fit? Push fit. Apparently, it was.
What's the mouth-long drip tip like with the Hellbeast?
I shall tell you shortly. So, back on top with the Hellbeast by Hellvape. Wait.
Might be.
Wait, I've got to do it right, haven't I? If you're going to do it.
Oh, Debbie, yeah, you haven't seen that yet. So I threw the old AVP out earlier, so I can't even compare it in size, but it's a good bit chunkier, a good bit heavier. But with an adjustable airflow here.
There we go. Got it 70 watts, 0.17 come out the coil. It says 0.201, 0.17. It says rated between 30 and 90 watts. What are you supposed to do about that?
Wow.
Just vape it somewhere.
Yeah.
Turn it on and vape it.
I've got the airflow all the way open. Just give it a little bash.
Proper coils, how you doing, buddy? If you guys are needing some coils, check him out.
Check
John
out
Devlin.
proper coils, folks.
Free
Very
Corona
nice coils.
protector on it. I'm gonna chuck an 80. So this has got no. This is automatic. It detects what coils is in it, and it like kind of.
See, those little plastic protectors and stuff that come with pods, have any of you successfully managed to keep one for longer than half an hour?
No. They instantly get lost, and then you find them like 6 months later when you don't even have the device anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave this to.
I think
Quite nice.
this coil needs a bit of time, but the airflow is pretty good. I've got it pretty much all the way open.
That's
Seven
pretty
watts.
tiny for a single 18650 device, isn't it? Looks
Yeah,
small.
What have I got here to compare it to?
Andy, how you doing, buddy?
Your knackers.
Yeah, nobody's seen them, so you can't really. There you go. There's a 10ml bottle of juice.
Yeah, it's tiny, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice. It's got a fair bit of weight to it, you know. Magnetic doors. They're pretty Pretty solid. Hey, Fang. I'm going to leave that a couple of minutes and then give it a vape, see what's like. Yeah, so it's got automatic wattage adjustment depending on what coil you put in it, apparently. So it intelligently detects. Which.
And then it goes anywhere between 30 and 90 watts.
Yeah.
Just guessing. Debbie Rogers says Matty has big hands, and Vaping Irish says big hands, happy life.
Matty actually has bigger hands than me.
Right?
Yeah,
How do you know? How do you know? Oh, yeah, we did.
We compared everything at Expo, didn't we?
I'm not having this.
He just beat me.
Was it only his hands that were bigger, or was there anything else?
Yeah. He only beat me in the hand department, and the nose department. Sorry, I forgot that.
Yeah. And apparently I got the same size feet as you if you're size 12.
Yeah, we've got 12, haven't we? Yeah. You're basically me, but in a shorter body.
Mm.
And less hair on your head.
Compared to everything.
We did compare everything.
Everything.
Had a little sword fight, didn't we? Got on our little fencing suits.
On guard.
One hand on the hip. Lunge and lunge.
Yeah, but the trouble is you were standing the wrong way.
Yeah, there is that. But it was you guys.
Yeah. Irish, I'm very disappointed I missed out, mate. Very.
We all saw Pud's arse at Expo.
Flatcap, Gemma would like to know what size is your cap? Head sized.
It's a large. I'm a large. 60 centimeters is the correct measurement I need for the circumference of my cranium. Yeah.
I'm just gonna get you a helmet so she can whack you over the head with a fucking baseball bat.
Little sword fight sounds about right.
I think I will say it's Hellbeast. It's bloody tall.
It's big, isn't it? My mate's got one. He loves it. There's a coil. Apparently the coils are really good in it.
Well, that's good though that it can take the GT coils and the Baby Beast coils, and because you can still get them pretty easily, can't you?
Yeah, I think Greyhaze put something out earlier saying they may not be able to keep a warehouse open or something like this, like because of supply issues.
Oh.
They may not be able to keep their warehouses open.
That old chestnut.
That's pretty. Yeah. That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. I'm sure you did all see Pud's ass at Expo.
Only through that arse size glory hole. Kieran Sin he says, "Damn, you've got a big melon."
I do. I have a big head. I'm a big guy. Big guy.
I need some Diet Coke. I have no idea if I can mute myself or anything. Oh, I can't.
That's really nice. Flavouring that's really good.
You can close your video down, Pud, but you're still on Skype.
Yeah.
Well, we could come off that now, couldn't we? And just jump back onto Zoom.
Yeah, and just do it when somebody else. Do that. Maybe we have to unmute ourselves.
Yeah, should we do that and confuse Pud? Just leave him in the Skype chat himself. Yeah, let's do it. You ready? How's that vaping? How's that taste?
Let me transition between. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yes, right. Me and Matt are now back in the Zoom audio room. However, Matt, do a little test.
Testing. 1, 2.
Cool.
Cool.
So good. Now we're back. I don't know if that's changed volumes for everyone. If everyone's all of a sudden gone really loud or quietly, but hopefully that's a bit better. So
Hey, look at this. Nice, like a little
Nice.
cracker. Got a little 0.6 or 0.7 coil in it. I can't remember what we read out.
Do you know some of them like them cores around that resistance range 0.6? Like look at the Geek Vape Boost ones. Some of the RPM cores, some of the Vinci cores around that kind of resistance. You get a good vape out of them.
It kind of gets rid of the old sub-ohm category though, doesn't it? You know, it's kind of a little bit confusing sometimes. But yeah. It's really nice. It says here it's got intelligent output between 16 and 22 watts. So I presume it is purely a mouth to lung device.
Mouth to lung.
resistance between coil resistance between 0.3 and 1.5 ohms. Nice. I quite like it.
So you'd get a fair bit of battery life out of it then as well.
Yeah, if it's on like say I don't know, probably on like 18, 20 watts at the moment or whatever, 18650 will last
A couple of days. Well, I don't know where you mouth to lung, mate. Maybe a day.
Yeah. Oh no. To be fair though, I've had this steam crave on here for a week now, and I'm still on the same set of batteries. But I'm not using it all day. I'm using it intermittently. But it's in my daily setup, and it's still got fucking charge in it. Halfway. That is down on 15 watts though. Yeah, this I'm quite impressed with this. It's got a fair bit of weight to it, mate.
Let's see again.
I don't know how long they've been out. They must be out a while.
It's pretty smart looking though, isn't it? Paint finish good on it. It looks pretty good.
It's USB-C though, so you know it must be fairly recent
Yeah.
because they haven't really been putting them on there very long, have they?
No. There has been like an interesting resurgence in mouth to lung vaping, isn't there?
Soft shop. What have I got on there? I've got a 30Q in it at the moment. A soft shop owner. Where did he go?
I don't
He's
actually
got-
know.
I reckon he's fucking scoffing Chinese.
You can see, yeah.
He's gonna come back and he's gonna have noodles down his
Yeah.
face.
For anyone that doesn't know, Pud ordered a takeaway and it hadn't arrived until literally, was it a minute before the show was going to start? So bless him, he left it by the side and he didn't touch it, did he? So I think he's got the munchies while he's getting a bit hungry.
Yeah, he ordered it, and didn't he order it like an hour and a half before the show or something?
Yeah, that's crazy. I hate when that happens. Night Koi, okay. Thanks, buddy.
Quick.
I hate when that happens. I've had that a few times. Yeah. I had it. Oh, I tell you when I had it. When the missus went out for a drink, and then she was only meant to be going out for lunch, like a prosecco lunch. And then she called me at about 5:30, saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna be home yet." So I said, "Oh, okay, I'll sort the kids out." So I ordered some takeaway because I was like, I don't know, it's too. I couldn't be dealing with cooking food at that time and get the twins ready for bed, and it took about an hour and 45 minutes for that to arrive. By the time they'd eaten and got in bed, then the eldest was still up. The missus come home and she was like, "I don't want to see the kids. I just want to be left alone."
Oh, bless her.
Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. Yeah, eating his dim sum. Watch some. You catch up on chat.
You know what? It's in the shop as well. Kind of sub-ohming is kind of going, isn't it? It's mad, isn't it? Like everybody's mouth to lung in.
I'm just getting a leak off of this.
Ooh. What juice did you put in it? 70-30?
70-30. Well, actually, it's almost more of an 80-20.
And it's leaking. Bud looks really confused.
Yeah, I've got sound coming from everywhere.
Shut down Skype.
Yeah, close Skype. Or end the chat at least.
Zoom's a good bit louder than Skype.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it's leaking straight away.
Yeah, I've just wiped it off. Proper
How was
Coils
it,
has
man?
just mentioned these bad boys that are actually really decent mouth to lung coils.
Plug. What resistance today?
1 ohm to 1.1. They're 2.5 in the diameter. They are very nice.
Do they go nicely in your steam code? They fit in there nicely?
I popped them in. What did I pop them in? What have I got them in?
I've got them in this at the moment.
No, I've got it in my boost. Yeah, I've got them in the boost actually. The Geek Vape boost. I put one in there, I think.
I can hear Facebook pinging away, but I've got far too many fucking windows open.
Pud always looks confused when he's not eating sausage.
Send me some sausages.
Did you just have a little cheeky couple of chicken balls and then did you? Or what?
No, I had a pee and then put baby's dummy back in because she was crying.
Oh, crikey.
Oh. Oh dear.
She's okay though. She's okay.
Yes.
You know, that's John Devlin coils I've got in that, and they're fucking awesome little mouth-on coils. That's 1 ohm on the dot as well.
Running at 18 watts. Nice. Good flavour?
Superb.
Night, Gail. Thank you.
Good night, Gail. Thank you very much.
Hi, Gailey.
Hashtag nose jets. No nose jets again.
No, Chaz, no. No, we haven't got Essence on.
Yeah,
I thought you said his name.
That was a weird chat. Was Nose Jets?
Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? He had like a fetish.
Yeah, he just wanted to see them. Mouth along outnumbered sub home 10 to 1 in our town, but mouth along rebuilders are ultra rare.
Yeah.
I've to be honest, all this week I haven't even been taking sub home kits to work. It's this is what goes to work with me. It's probably going to be replaced by this now, but yeah, this goes to work with me. 18 watts, 218 650 batteries, lasts for fucking days.
Dan Barden Tattoos, who apparently is the best tattooist in how can I forget where Big D is?
Home Firth, just
Yeah.
near the co-op.
I'm nearly completely mouse lung now. More respectful in public. Good point there. And the range of mix-ups is amazing. Yeah.
For me, direct to lung is more of a kind of at-home thing at the moment, and you know, when I'm not around people.
I don't know. I just enjoy direct lunging. I just like it.
You gotta have that it sometimes, don't you? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next helps get me through work in the day, and then I'm home and I'm on a drifter of some description, or you know.
Yeah. I
That's
just
pretty much it.
even with some of the because there are some good like Nick Salts now. I still don't get that punch that you get from direct lung. 79 Huddersfield Road. Yeah. So yeah, but he's right in what he says about being more respectful in public. It's a lot more discreet, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get away with it.
I've just kind of lost the ability to sub home at work recently because obviously you're not allowed to smoke or vape on site, so it's all sneaky down the shirt stuff.
Yeah, see, I'm having to run out for a quick break, and you want as much nicotine as you can, kind of thing, rather than you know, the whole direct to lung thing.
Water Chambers just made a good point.
I see. Sub home is dying because of every company is releasing pocket. Yeah, that's very true.
Any of you guys tried a Kennedy Vindicator? The wife is buying me one for my birthday in a couple of weeks. I
Ooh.
haven't tried it, but I have heard good things.
Yeah.
Is that the 21, the 28 mil one, or
Oh,
they got the 28 mil one out now as well, haven't they? The bigger one.
The boost with 20 milligram gives me a kick. Loving the Keys Solomon Mesh RTA at the moment, but usually the Nunchaku 2. That was something I never got to try. It was in Nunchaku 2 actually. Really liked it.
No. Yeah, it didn't have you had to tilt it to change the wattage on it, I think, or.
Oh yeah, it was like a fucking Wii remote, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Wii remote.
Fuck off.
Brilliant.
Why did you just call me? Who are you ringing fucking?
I called him Water Chamber.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm only joking, CJ. We discussed this right at the start, didn't we? About people, reviewers changing their names, abbreviating it. I'm just going to go down with all my guns out as Flatcap Vaper. Like that, yeah, like that moment in Matrix.
Yeah, I mean, like, part of me, sorry CJ if you're offended by this, but part of me thought when I seen CJ's he put a little video up with the new name and stuff, is that going to be harder to find on through analytics and stuff with that? Is that going to have an effect on that kind of thing? Like, whereas if people were maybe searching vaping, then they're more likely to get like one of us or Josh up in a search result. But if it's,
do you guys use tags, not hashtags, but you have the little tags box in your YouTube creator, and do you put vaping as one of the tags in there?
Most of the tags are vaping something.
Yeah, it's like if you're going to do vaping products, then one way or another, if they're looking to ban vaping, they're going to close vaping, then you're going to go, regardless of what your name is. You could call yourself a big sausage egg muncher. But if you're doing vape reviews and you're putting tags in with the words vaping and e-cig and stuff like that, they're going to find you and you're going to go. And they can do it just through your voice. They can hear what you're saying.
They can audio search. You can't. Because that's what Vic was saying that got him on his last one. It was an audio search, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can't. It's unavoidable.
I mean, I don't. With my voice, I don't know. If you've ever seen my fucking subtitles, then maybe not. I might be okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nice guys, just a little bit V there. That could go so many places.
Yeah. But yeah, abbreviating my name just wouldn't work.
Would you guys think about doing something else on YouTube?
Yeah, I'd like to keep making content, but I don't know what I would do. As I said before, like, if I had the money to go travelling, I would love to do kind of like travel vlogs, a bit like kind of the whole bald and bankrupt style kind of thing. But I ain't got cash. I've got kids and a job, so that's.
Yeah.
That's really an option. So it is for me. It'd be like, what else? What would I do?
1 minute.
Like gaming's, I really enjoy gaming, but there's so many other people do that kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
huge.
And you've got to be fucking good as well to get people to watch you, haven't you? You know.
It's a kind of hard area to get into, really, isn't it? Saying to nice guys, just a little bit gaping. Essence Clouds, I'm going down the route of coffee reviews. Yeah, I suppose that's it's one of those kind of niche markets that it is something people watch. I mean, I've sat and watched videos on how to make the perfect coffee and all this kind of shit, you know.
Have you?
Oh yeah, I watch
Yeah.
loads of random shit. Like when it gets to 4 in the morning, I'm still clicking buttons on YouTube. I could be anywhere.
Mrs. Flatcap says hello. She delivered me tea. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Gee.
did she pass it through the little
Yeah, with a mask on.
yeah mask on? It's like, you know, those things with the gloves. Put your hands in.
Oh my anti-corona juice.
Take care, CJ. I mean, WC.
CJ. Paul Anderson's work kit is the original Van de Vape Pulse with a Wasp Nano. Nice.
Wasp Nano is a decent little RDA.
I think like Joe still uses that in all her reviews. I'm sure, does she not?
Oh, did you ever watch that? Jules and Stevie did a review, and Stevie was taking the mic. Wasp on top. 71. It was so funny. I was cracking up.
Korean food videos are the way forward. Soft shop owner. I'll tell you what, a lot of the stuff I watch at the moment is people just going around markets and eating stuff, like in like Thailand, Vietnam, and all that kind of shit. Just watching random people eat random shit.
Well, you like watching a bit of Mr. Motivator as well, don't you, mate?
Yeah.
He hasn't watched any reviews on how to fit a door yet, though.
No.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do anything else really. You know, you get.
I mean, it's hard. A
You could
lot of
review
what's
black
already there has got huge. You know, like even tech stuff. You've got Linus Tech Tips and all that up there.
Yeah, it's a pretty busy. I did think about before. Actually, it was a bit before this YouTube issue started, but I did think about doing some kind of electrical thing because it makes sense for me to do something electrical.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Start reviewing electrical cars, mate. See how many that you can get some cars sent.
Yeah.
I mean, you two are worrying me. You're both really coffee.
We're both done. We're done.
Yeah, we're done. We're hit.
I think one of the biggest YouTube things is like exploiting your children to make videos that you make a lot of money off of. That's like quite a big one.
Why don't you dress up in like a white Lycra outfit, Pud, and be super dude or something like that?
All right, guys, I'm Superman. Oh no, Superman's already taken.
Yeah, you can't be Superman. You can be super puffs.
Super Puffs.
Yeah, there might be some
Big D.
confusion happens here. See, Big D of Holmfirth Road near the co-op. Yeah, there might be some mix-ups if I use that name. Never had so much fun on YouTube till you watch a guy make fried rice on a 12-foot hot plate. Totally agree.
Who's that guy that does those videos? That I want to say he's like Asian of some description, and he's always smiling. He does these massive. He's always looking at the camera like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, I think he's Polish or Romanian or something. Isn't he?
Are you thinking the guy with the stretchy looking face? It looks as if you could stretch his face for miles.
And he just does this.
Yeah, he's always smiling, and I'm just waiting for the day for him to cut his fucking fingers off.
I tell you what does my head in, but I'm addicted to him. Is them videos like you see on Facebook. It could be anything, but it's always like really pleasing on the eye. Like they could be folding some liquid or something, and then they're like chopping things up, and it's all beautifully. It's just like, oh, I love watching stuff like that, but it's annoying because you just get engrossed in it.
You got to watch to the end. It's like you watching these videos, and the guys just started off with a nut, and he just all of a sudden he's made a fucking car out of it, and you've been sat there for 20 minutes. You're like, what the fuck just happened there?
And the resin videos where they pour resin onto stuff, and oh man, I hate them videos, but I love them at the same time. Yeah. What's Pud having a conversation about?
Anybody lip sync?
Oh, look at the sass. She's sassy, isn't she? Girlfriend. Pud knows it. He's out. He's gone.
Get to bed.
Yeah.
Get back in your cage.
So Matt, have you got anything coming up on the channel? What's in next?
Oh, I've got a few things. I'm gonna review this now, obviously. I was going to review some older things. Like I said, I've got loads of juice I need to sit through. My wife actually said the other day, when I come back and recorded the other day, I was like, "Oh, we've got loads of juice to do." She's like, "I was like, you up for doing some juice reviews with me, Dev?" She's like, "Well, not tonight. I'm tired." But it wasn't a no.
Ooh, we're getting there. Peer pressure works.
Yeah.
Vapes and bakes, thank you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Much
Thank you,
appreciated.
buddy.
But yeah.
I think she should get in on it. She was really, really good the other last week.
Yeah, she blew me away a little bit. Yeah, and I've still got quite a bit of. I've got hardware to get to review still, which I haven't taken out of the box and used. So.
Yeah.
Kicked out some-
It's still quiet. It's still quiet coming out of. I mean, I only have a couple of companies that email me from China, but it's still quiet from them. Very quiet.
Yeah.
But I've got a couple of bits. I've got PM80 review to do. Nice little bit of kit. I've been testing out these King Kong. Yeah, we mean Pud are definitely gone. We are
I'm
done.
gone.
We are coronaed.
That was the bit you said that I wouldn't be able to vape anymore. I'm done.
He's out.
Jesus.
You need that. You need to eat that Chinese just to really kick it in, Pud. You know,
Yeah,
just to
that
really-
will really help.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ask if anybody had come home from China recently when you ordered that Chinese?
Jenny
No, I
says,
didn't.
sorry guys, Jenny said I'll be making pretty resin drip tips soon. Bought some acrylic. Ooh.
Maybe reviewing got back straight up.
Yeah. It's got to be
Like
done.
I said, get some string vests, get some string tops, and get boobies out, and then get a review some juices.
Sorted.
Your subs will just go. Yeah. Gemma says, what do you guys think of the Wismic R80? Well, you were saying earlier, Matt, weren't you?
It was Gemmy dealt with that. Like she told me earlier, I was a bit blown away really by the fire button just ceasing to work. Like
Yeah, I didn't have any problems. I didn't have any problems with it.
It's a bit ugly though, isn't it?
It is a bit, it's not great. And the 510 adapter you get, it's all well and good. But once you got it in, you can't get it out unless you've screwed a device on top of it. And it's not a legit 80 watt device. It doesn't really fire up to 80 watts. You put a dripper on it that needs around 80 watts, you're not going to get it.
no,
Yeah.
I tried all sorts of batteries. I tried 25Rs, 30 TQs.
What about VTC 5As and stuff like that? Like
I tried the Molicel. I tried the Molicels.
P6As, were they a bit much for that device? You think?
Yeah, I tried a couple to see, and it's just literally the device itself is whatever the safety features are in it. It doesn't want to fire 80 watts. But then something like this, the 0.2 ohm cord that comes with this wants about 60 watts. It's a decent 60 watt vape, you know, and it's tiny little thing. I don't know how they've done it.
Nice. How you've got your new AVP Pro or your AVP? What's it called? Is it the AVP Pro?
Yep.
How are you finding it? What's the button for? Does it do anything?
Yeah, the button adjusts the airflow. Let me see if it'll focus
Ah,
on a little bit. There we go. Yeah, this button here will adjust your airflow.
What?
Tighten it right down. It's a little slider.
Wow.
Wow.
That gets a wow. That does.
Usual button there. 2 presses will change your power, etc. I forget which one is full power. It's not red. I think it might be green.
Blue, or is it blue? I can't remember.
I don't know. It's in blue there.
Maybe.
But yeah, basically the same setup as AVP, but you've got your push fit coil in here. It still fills there, nice and dry. That's been all day.
They're push fit coils now.
Yeah, but quite a bit bigger. I must say, it is definitely a good bit bigger. So this bit you don't throw this away now. It's just you just put your coils in.
Is it peripheral coils for it?
I've got the coils. Yeah. They are specifically made for this. I don't know if the other ones might fit though. But that's it next to a 10ml bottle, so it's fallen.
So how does it compare to the
It's
original?
it's definitely a good bit bigger, but certainly
It's taller than this then.
yeah. I mean, it is. It's pretty fucking big for a little pod, but it's
Yeah.
it's vaping it. It's very similar to what I remember the first AVP like. So for me, I really enjoyed that. As I said before, if my first AVP hadn't broken, I probably would never have bought this. I would have just stuck with that.
Because the flavour on the AVP was really good.
Yeah. The thing I'm kind of most interested in is how the paintwork's going to hold up. After you've seen what I did to my last AVP, then I'm quite curious to see what happens because the purple AVP that I got chipped so quickly.
So Gemma Weston said, "Need you guys to work out the best vape for me." Gemma, you tell everyone in chat and us what you're looking for, how you vape, what you vape normally, what you're looking for, and then
If it's shiny,
Is it
I'll have it.
is it got to be shiny?
Shiny and rainbowy.
Or like
Shiny.
so not like chrome, but more like just shiny.
Yeah, shiny and rainbow effecty.
It's like-
whatever you call it.
Does she like stabwood?
No,
What?
What about the Nunchaku 2? The first one had a rainbow colour. I don't know if
I
they...
think she'd throw that away, that mod, if she used that, because of the way you have to change the fucking wattage on it and stuff.
Can you not do it with buttons as well though?
No, it's got no buttons in the Chucky 2, is it? It's just
Oh fuck that! Yeah, get an original one then.
it's tilt in it. You have to fucking put it into a mode and then tilt it to go up and down wattage.
ST, I just say ST in chat. How you doing?
IST, rainbow or purple and shiny.
See,
Yeah, I suppose it depends. Is it what you need it for? Crown 4 rainbow pearlescent.
Ooh.
Still really rate the Crown 4. Still
Yes.
really rate it.
Never tried it.
Yeah.
Never tried the crown. In fact, the first from any type of crown device has been this pod kit. So that's the first thing I've tried. And the only UL device I've tried is the amulet watch and that pod kit. I haven't tried.
I was quite a bit of a fanboy of UL, to be honest. I loved all the Crown series.
Gemma has to be cute. 2, not too big, but like to feel it. 3, has to take any juice I want to put into it. 4, don't want one I have to mesh around with, like the watts, etc. What? So surely one of like the old Podmar styles, one of them was going to do the job. Yeah, Mastodon or Direct Line.
we've got the Stabwood DNA.
Booster rainbow version.
I would pick yourself up a boost, yeah. You can direct along it, mouse along it. Coils are easy to change. Absolutely. If you're using it mouth along, the battery life is going to last you forever as well.
Yeah.
They do a rainbow one, but it's not the prettiest of mods, is it? I mean, it's
not, but yeah.
Direct lung.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Is it direct lung? I would say what about OBS Cube X kit as well?
Yeah.
Stock coils, you can put your own 18650 in it, so the battery life can be a bit better. But
Does she like pink?
Purple more. Well,
can you get the Cube X in kind of rainbow or purple?
he's up.
He's going for something.
How do you do that?
Witchcraft. Yeah, the
So
Cube
that-
X. I don't.
What have you got there? Ah, the eye stick.
Ooh.
Eye stick rim.
The rim kit.
Eye stick. Yeah. We got
My
them.
boost is still the same coil on 3,657 puffs.
True Vapor, I'm getting 6,000 puffs a coil out of mine.
Can't fault that really, can you? That's fucking shit hot.
No, what am I on now? I must have. So that is the 4th coil I put in that. I've gone round the clock, and I'm just about to go around the clock again. So that's not going to focus, is it? It's never going to fucking focus. Fuck you.
Ooh,
9,919 puffs around the clock. So that's almost 20,000 puffs, 4 coils.
Vape heads, just stick to your back can of Pepsi, wife. You don't need a vape.
Pepsi Max.
the Smock O-Sub is 20 quid an e-cig one at the moment. You can get them nice rainbow colours, purple as well.
Oh, Valerian 2, that's a good shout.
Oh yeah, the purple one
The
is
purple,
really nice.
yeah, that is a great shout. Well done, Sainty.
The only thing with the Valerian 2 is you will need to adjust your wattage, but I mean,
Once it's adjusted, just lock it and leave it there.
yeah, lock it, leave it, don't touch it again.
Yeah,
And the coils as well on the Valerian, I think they last forever. They're pretty fucking awesome.
yeah. I'm not surprised the eye stick rim doesn't sell well, to be fair. I wasn't overly impressed with it.
I saw one the other day.
Yeah.
It's more to a guide. It's like, what have you got? Like, you just get in and out with.
Yeah, yeah, you've got no battery to worry about. It's all internal, you know. It's yeah,
Mm.
one of those types of kits.
I had a wee look at the old OBS cube, but it doesn't have any kind of purpley colours or anything.
They're bringing a
like
new one out, aren't they, with fingerprint scan on it?
that. Oh, are they?
Yeah. So your fingers are covered in e-liquid, then you try and splodge it onto a button, you know. or for me or Matt, we've got brick dust on our hands.
Never in the construction industry. That didn't work.
But yeah, the Valerian kit's a good shout, actually, Sainty.
Yeah, that's a pretty setup actually in purple, and that sounds camp as anything. But I don't
Large
care.
internal battery. I would say that's that fucking E-Leaf one again, 5,200 mAh. Or what's that? What's your MPV got?
I think that's 4,000. But yeah, the iStick
Yeah.
80 watts. E-Leaf.
iStick
E-Leaf.
power 80 watts,
Yeah.
5,000 milliamp hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it 5,000, not 5,002?
I don't know.
I have one of them.
There are probably larger ones. There are probably bigger ones.
They have pretty ugly colours of that though. They're all kind of wooden. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else on there we've missed now?
I'd go Crown 4 kit, Gale. Yeah, definitely Crown 4, Valerian, anything like that. As I said, you may have to adjust the wattage, but I don't mind pod or tank. If you don't want big clouds and you're going to mouth to lung it, get an AVP.
Pro or the original?
I don't know yet. I've only started
You
using
have to
it.
wait till his review.
Wait for my review. Check out the channel.
With the AVP Pro, can you put different coils in it now so that you can direct along it then? Or
So yeah, here's the box. It came with a 0.4 or 0.6, was it? Jenny's in chat. She can tell you probably before I open the box.
how big are your hands, Gemma? That's such a Gale question.
Yeah, but Gail's hands.
Yeah,
Oh, tiny.
She's got a fair point because I think it was like the top side. Gail struggled to get her hands around it.
Yeah, Gem doesn't use mix, so it's just a flavour. So she wants to be putting in 70-30 juice with no milk in it. Oh, Pud's gone.
Pod's got again. Yeah, I don't know. Something cute, small, decent. There's light tank with the chrome is pretty, but it's not a purple. They're all like a brush finish, but they are quite nice. You still got adjustments to worry about, but they're very simple.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the Slide tank, to be fair, though. A lot of people love it, absolutely love that, but I didn't get on with it. I'm not
The
Slide, and I've tried it twice.
I burnt the cores out pretty quick in it.
All right.
That was the biggest downfall for me. I didn't think the cores lasted long enough.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just me or.
I didn't get the flavour out of it. You get a good mouth-to-lung vape out of it, but I just wasn't getting the flavour.
No.
And
So the other coil with the AVP is a 0.65 ohm.
And what have you got in it now for your mouth?
It's 1 point something.
Okay, so you could potentially, if the airflow opens up enough, you could almost,
Yeah.
not full, but yeah.
I don't know if that will open. Where the fuck have I started? It's here.
vaping just for flavour isn't
could-
that bad, really.
Not really, no.
No.
I don't see.
It's not the only reason.
No. Sean and Gemma are like proper success stories of coming off smoking. They own a vape shop now, so they vape flavors, but they
Yeah.
drag themselves right down on they're on. They're both heavy smokers, and they brought themselves down to no nick.
A lot
So
of people.
they're like success stories, really.
A lot of people will, although they can get off the nicotine, a lot of people still need that action, something to do with their hands, etc.
Yeah.
Put in their mouth.
But for some people, it's a little bit more than that.
Salford, you'll have to send me your Slide, mate, because you do get I'm not getting flavour out of it, but just not. There's better mouth-to-lung tanks, in my opinion. Oh, Dow's just said the 1.6 ohm coil. I don't hate the Slide. I just didn't. Just better. There's just better tanks. Yeah.
There's little things that annoyed me. Like you get a spare drip tip that hasn't got the nipple, so that it doesn't do the lock. That's annoying. They go through that whole thing of giving you a drip tip with a nipple to stop it from sliding open in your pocket or whatever, and then the spare one doesn't have the fucking nipple.
It's the stupid childproof drip tip. Yeah. Never mind. You could just hacksaw off anyway. And I'm not being funny. I've said this before. It's not a childproof drip tip because any kid can pull a drip tip out of a tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably the first thing that come out if you got it in the mouth.
Yeah. Oh, the child lock is for TPD. Well, why don't all tanks have that then?
Matt, you love nipples.
I don't know.
You love nipples.
It's a big nipple fan.
Gailey, if you don't like big mods, you will not enjoy this monster.
No, I mean that looks
Big
a bit
mod,
like the
isn't it?
top side, doesn't it?
I mean,
Same kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you put it up against
style.
the top side light, which it's still pretty.
Deep, innit? What's that, like 80 mil deep?
I've measured it. it is a beast, yeah. Quad 18650.
100 mil tall, 80 mil deep.
Power.
Let's do it. I'm gonna juice it up.
Got a vernier.
I'm gonna juice it up, and we'll go at 315 watts.
Ooh.
What build you got on that?
I've got some of proper coils fuse captors in there. Come out at 0.10.
Nice. Hot. That's
0.09 on there.
Oh.
Too much, man. That just.
Yeah.
And people do that all the time. There's people who
How do
will
they do
vape
that?
like
How do they do that?
I just don't get it. No, I'm the same. I can't rate that high.
Yeah.
Just the odd one-off hit, yeah, but not for
No.
any length of time.
No, that's way too much.
It's double barrel. That's a good shout. Double barrel with a sub engine. Where's your barrel?
Sorry, proper coils. They're lasting. They're good.
Yeah, they've survived it though. They've survived it. They're obviously good coils.
They're decent.
What does the swell go up to? Is it 200?
Swell.
Okay, yeah, 200 watts.
200 or 180?
188.
188.
Because surely you can't get 200 watts out of 280 and 650s.
I do miss using my Titan. It was the fucking boy when you wanted to turn it up a bit.
It's manageable that, but it's just how can you walk around going?
Yeah.
How can you do it? Stupid. Anyway, folks, 11 o'clock. What do you reckon?
Bedtime.
Bit of time. You got over your Chinese, in your Pud?
Yeah, I need to try and get the little one who's obviously still up to go to her bloody beds as well.
Oh, nightmare.
Hashtag
Nightmare. Right, well, Puddy, you want to say your goodbyes?
Yeah, so thank you as always, boys. It's been a pleasure every week. Everybody in chat, especially all the spanners, thank you very much for dropping in. Much appreciate you guys as well. Don't forget to check out vape-heads with 3 C's.co.uk as well, who were really kind in sponsoring our not giveaway tonight. And yeah, thank you very much. Off to you, Matty.
Yeah, thank you very much for joining us once again. Thank you for our live caller. It was very interesting. We're going to do that feature again.
Good try.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you for everybody in chat. Thank you for all of our moderators. And thank you, boys, for joining us again. It's been a good little show. I've enjoyed it. It goes so these 2 hours just go really quick, don't they? It's mad, really.
Yeah,
Do fly by.
Yeah.
super quick.
Yeah. And over to you, Gaz.
Yeah, we'll talk. Well, you chaps said thanks, everyone. Really appreciate the support, everyone coming on and commenting and being part of the show. And well, yeah, we'll see what people can do. But what?
What's that?
That's what happens when you turn a Mac on. That's why I don't use it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all the moderators for just being brilliant and lovely and spamming the show out and all the other things you do. And of course, you two boys, you know I love you lots. So thank you very much. And we'll see you all next week. Don't forget, guys, 28th of March, charity stream, True Vapor. It's a big event. There's some big names going on that show as well. So head over there and support the cause. It's going to be a very good stream. And we'll see you all next week.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Wow.
What do I do? I forget what I've got to do here. I've got to press a...
Wow. 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 Wow.
I'll
Wow.
go to that one.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Have you gone to that fucking desk?
Wow.
What,
Oh, slightly.
what's Deb's done? What?
She's got under the desk.
We're still live.
She's under the desk.
She's been there the whole time. On her phone watching the show. What the...
Oh, what's that?
Is that the noises you make?
No, that was Marty's cum noise. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow. We should get a guest on next week.
wow.
We should get Debbie on, I think.
Are we off? Are we on?
We're still on.
I'm going to retire.
Welcome to the podcast. we should just go live when we have a chat on Facebook sometime. Just let everyone listen, especially the nonsense that comes out of Pud's mouth.
It's always sense that comes out of my mouth.
Right, bye everyone.